The duos for the FNCS Pro-Am have been announced, and here's my reaction to finding out my duo.
I got Savage! Let's go! I got Savage! Let's go!
Now, obviously, I'm stoked. MrSavage is one of the best players in the world, even though he is, I think, retired right now. But it's okay. We're going to cook. We obviously just filmed a bunch of collab vids in Norway, so I reckon we'll be pretty good. We'll have synergy for it. And honestly, we're going to need that synergy because today we are doing a tier list for all 20 duos competing at the Pro-Am. We've got top 3, top 5, top 10, top 15, and top 20. Now, there is some insane duos in this list. We're gonna get into it. Either way, this is gonna be one of the most epic lands that Fortnite's ever thrown, so make sure you're there in LA May 10th. I've got a special link in the description. If you guys click it and buy tickets there, you'll get 10% off. Plus, there's a bonus chance to get a priority meet and greet ticket if you use my link, so make sure to check it out in the description and be there because me and Savage are gonna cook. Alrighty, I believe this was one of the first duos announced. We've got Cold and Courage. Now, I'm gonna be taking a full competitive overview of these duos. I'm not going to be any bit emotional about it, even with myself. I'm going at how good I think these players are and how good of a chance they've got of winning the whole thing. That's how I'm looking at it. Based on what I know, and I don't know every region, so some of the minor regions I won't be able to go super in depth on. But Cold and Courage, Cold is like one of the best like players in the world. He's like arguably top 3 player in the world, top 5 player in the world. Peterbot number 1. You could probably say Cold number 2, honestly. So this duo's got potential. Courage, I play with Courage. He's not the best. He's not the best player, but he's not the worst player out of the content creators. I'd say he'd probably skew towards one of the worst players for content creators. I'm not gonna lie. But Cold could carry him, and I honestly think that they will probably get at least a top 10 here. I think Cold can hard clutch and carry Courage to a top 10. I'm probably gonna move these around as we go as well. So make sure to see to the end for my complete list. Because we'll get a judge on kind of how I think about these duos as we go. Next up, we got the UK duo. We've got Alia and Mongraal. Now, Mongraal, goated, but Alia, look, love Alia. He's one of my favorite friends in this whole industry. We've been making videos for, I think, nearly 10 years now together. He is objectively the worst player on this list. There, I said it. Like, and I'll say that. I love you, Alia. You're the worst. He doesn't have build binds, chat. Like, he took his build binds off his controller to focus on 0 build. Like when we did the 4 icons versus Clix, he didn't have build, but he couldn't build. Mongraal's playing with someone that doesn't build. Honestly, I was shocked because I thought from a balancing perspective, he would get Peterbot for sure. But I guess they went for something else here. I'm not gonna lie, I will be surprised if this team does better than top 15. I think they might actually be the worst team on the list. I'm gonna be honest, some of these duos are insanely stacked. We'll get into it. Like this next one, we've got TG and Bugha. So like you got Bugha, World Cup champion, still go to the game, still plays FNCS finals, still places decently. And TG, I think TG's playing heats for FNCS. I think I saw that on Twitter. I think he's playing heats. So there's a lot of sleeper duos in here, by the way, that a lot of people look over. We're gonna get into it. This one's probably one of the best duos. TG's got like competitive experience. Bugha is Bugha. I think this low-key is a top 3. I might move him out of the top 3 later, and I'll go through that later on. This is insane. Alia and Mongraal versus Bugha and TG. You guys do the math. See, I think Cold and Courage is actually like somewhere in the middle there. Next up, we've got Cammy and Jacob, and I don't actually know Jacob. Polish creator and Polish pro player. Cammy is obviously very good at the game. Let me just check out and see the skill level of Jacob real quick. So Cammy needs no introduction. He's a global championship winner. He's cracked. He's certified cracked. He's EU level cracked. And this is his duo, Jacob, who I've never seen before because he's a Polish creator. I mean, Europe, to be a Europe content creator is harder. You're just naturally skewed better because the game is just harder. And I'm actually getting kind of scared here. He's good. I think he's pretty good. This team is definitely a top 10, probably a top 5. I'm going to be honest. Cammy, Global's goated, and good EU creator. Like, this guy I would compare to, like, from looking at it, like a Cypher, I would say. This guy's like, it looks like his skill level is similar to Cypher. Probably top 5. Probably top 5. Okay, next up we have Reggs and Nate Hill. Now, this duo is actually pretty cracked. Now, obviously, Nate Hill used to play Fortnite professionally. He made a couple finals. I don't know what his best placement was. So he qualified World Cup duo finals, and then his best was a 4th place finish at Summer Skirmish. So he's got competitive experience. And then I believe, if I'm not mistaken, I think Reggs actually won the Milk Cup as well. So like pretty decently competent duo. But I actually think just because of how stacked a lot of the other duos are, I probably think we'll go a top 15 for Reggs and Nate Hill. Like, guys, I haven't even got to the cracked ones yet. And we're just about to get to the cracked one. We've got Khanada and Ronaldo. Now, they've both won FNCSs. Like, they're the only duo, I think, on this list that's both won an FNCS, which is just crazy that Fortnite were like, yeah, let's put these guys together. I actually think they probably win the whole tournament. They are a top 3 situation. There's like 3 teams that can win. And they are one of them. They both won an FNCS. Ronaldo's really good at the game. I think Khanada is the only player ever to qual every FNCS finals. I could be wrong on that, but like, this is a goated team, and I'm gonna be honest, probably too stacked. All right, next up we got Queezy and Nick Eh 30. Queezy, crap, needs no introduction. Always shows up to globals. I think he's had 2 second places at globals. Like, he is really good. One of the best players out of Europe. Nick Eh 30, one of the best content creators, I would say, mechanically sound. Like, he was OG edit god. He's still cracked, still plays Fortnite every day. Like, this team can show up. I think this one is a potential top 5. But again, there's so many in the top 5 here that I've got to like just, you know, work with the spots I got. I think they confidently top 10. They definitely beat Courage and Cold though. But like the top 5 category is just too stacked. I'm going to be honest. They probably get like 6th to 7th place here. I mean, the cool part about, I think, this mix up is I think there's about 10 teams that can win, but I also think there's like 5 teams that absolutely can't win, which kind of sucks, but also balancing this must be an absolute nightmare. Okay, next up we got Pisto and Nikof. Now, I don't know Nikof. I think Pisto is like a goat. Like I know that much. Okay. So Pisto, I think, is like cracked EU player, shows up, does well, like is good at the game. Nikof, I gotta have a look here. It looks like he just watches a lot of people play Fortnite, but I'm gonna need to see some gameplay here. I mean, it looks like this guy's like a professional like watcher. Like he doesn't actually play the game, he just watches. So I've just done a chat GBT here. He got 3rd place Chapter 2 Season 1. And he got 29th in the Duos finals. And they won 1st place in a Trio Cash Cup in 2019. So he's actually like probably on par with Nate Hill. Probably better just because EU talent normally skews like harder. So this team's cracked and they're probably top 5ing. Because he's playing with somebody who is like insane, and Nate Hill's playing with someone who I don't think's qualified in FNCS finals. So they're probably going to top 5. Look, there's a lot of teams here that are just going to hook. Like, it's just, it is what it is. For the next duo, we've got Sypher and Moxie. Now, this duo is like a strange one to me. I find it like a bit of an anomaly between this duo and every other duo in the whole tournament, because I think they are the only duo that doesn't have somebody who's qualified in FNCS finals. I think every other duo has that. And I think paired with the fact that Sypher probably is, he's probably one of the better content creators on the list, but I don't think he's the best. I think he's top 5 at best. Like, there's some good content creators on this list. And so I find this duo a bit of a strange pairing. And I'm not gonna lie, I don't know where this duo is placing. I think because of how cracked every other duo is, and the fact that these guys don't have even FNCS finals experience, I'm gonna have to put them in the top 20 category. Like, I think they could still beat Alia and Mongraal, but yeah, that one's a weird one for me. I don't know if Fortnite cooked there. I feel like for me, every duo should have had at least one person that's qualified in FNCS final. I mean, technically I have on OCE, but like, that's another problem. Minor regions are a different category as well. And then that brings us to Peterbot. Now, I thought objectively, now, if we're going to say Peterbot is the best player in the game, which I think we all are going to say that, then from a balancing perspective, you would say it would be fair that that person plays with the worst player. And in my head, that's probably Alia because he doesn't have build binds. But they've gone to AussieAntics here, who I'd argue is like mid-range content creator. I think he's better than Courage. I think he's better than a few on this list. He's probably on par with me, I'd say. Maybe a bit worse than me. I don't know how much he plays these days. I know he has a weird like kind of joystick keyboard thing. This duo is probably going to top 5, but I don't think they're going to win. I think AussieAntics will probably hold him back a little bit comparable to these other duos on the list. I mean, regardless, it's going to be a good watch because Peterbot gets to like kind of prove himself that he can carry AussieAntics to a win here because it's not going to be easy for him, even though AussieAntics is pretty decent. And then it brings it to me and Savage, my go. Now, I'm not gonna lie, I thought I was gonna play with Alex. And because I told Epic I wanted to play with somebody who I could play with good ping. So they just ignored that. But it's okay. Statistically, Savage is probably a better player than Alex. Like, look, Alex, I love you, but EU talent always going to skew higher. I've said that from the start. And I've watched Savage play. He's insane. And even though he's retired, he's an insane player. Now, I think we actually have a chance here. I think we're one of the 10 teams that could win. I've been playing the Solo Cash Cups. I'm probably going to play F and CS as well. Last chance qualifiers. Also, that's coming. So stay tuned for that. Just to try and get myself familiar with a competitive lobby. I think we've got a chance. I think we top 10. I think we are probably on the same level of balanced as like Nick Eh 30 and Queezy. Probably a little lower because I think Nick's a bit better than me, and I think Queezy might be a bit better than Savage. So I think that's probably like where we land, but I think we're, yeah, between Cold and Courage. I think that's where we are right now. So we're mid-range. I've just called myself mid. Let's go. But I'll tell you what's not mid, Clix and Lacy. This one, again, controversial. Like, I don't know what they're cooked here. Lacy, I saw a clip of it. I don't know if he was rage baiting. And honestly, streamers these days rage bait like every day. But like, he literally was like, I'm a pro. I'm a pro. They put me and Clix together. I'm a pro. I used to play FNCS. Wait, let me just see. He secured 2nd place at the Stable Wars tournament. Chapter 4, Season 3 finals. He competed in 30th place alongside his duo Jivy. However, he's not secured a qualification for an FNCS Grand Final. So yeah, he hasn't qualified, but he's played, I think, Heats or Last Chance. So, and he got 30th, which isn't bad. So like, that's good. And I think I saw like a clip of him doing 1v1s with Clix the other day and like taking rounds off Clix. At least that's what I heard on like someone's stream. So they're probably going to top 3. And honestly, this top 3 category is actually going to be hard. I'm probably going to have to move some people down because I just looked at the rest of this list. I've said it so many times, this list is stacked. I'll probably have to move myself down to top 15, not even trolling. Next up, we got Cooper and Zemie. And so this is where, like, when I was talking about, like, you know, Sypher and his duo, they haven't made an FNCS finals between them two. Cooper's won a global championship, and he's playing with Zemie. And Zemie's goated. Like, and I know this because I've hosted the Power Pro-Am, and we had Zemie play with a pro worthy, and they won all the games to the point where on the last game, I had to split the duo up because they were ruining my tournament, like, with them playing together. So I know from firsthand experience from a Pro-Am and hosting it, that this is a dangerous duo. Like, this is actually playing with fire. I'm gonna D-rank TG and Bugha and put them in the top 5, which doesn't work because I can only put 2 in the top 5, I've just realized now. So it means I'm gonna have to put Peterbot down here, I guess. I don't know. All I know is that this team is a top 3 team. That's the top 3 right there. I'm pretty sure I could lock that. Actually, I don't even know if I can lock that, to be honest. Yeah, I'm gonna move Courage down to top 15, and I'm gonna move probably me down to top 15. I'm gonna be honest. I'm D-ranking here because this list is stacked. ThomasHD and Somerset. Somerset, I think she almost qualified like FNCS finals, I think. Like, she's a really good player. ThomasHD, 2nd place every tournament, might get 2nd place here. I think they probably top 5, to be honest, but I don't know who to take off this list because they're all cracked. I'd probably say that they're top 10. They're on level with POTUS and that. It's actually really hard to distinguish who's the top at the top here. But in comparison, I think it makes the weaker teams stand out, unfortunately. Next up, we've got a sleeper duo. We got Seti and Daya. Now, Daya, I thought was a pro player, but I think she got switched to the content creator side of the field last minute. Don't know how, but this probably is the most sleeper duo of the bunch. She's a like pro Fortnite player. I think she won the Milk Cup, and like, she is probably the best content creator on the list because she's now in our category. This duo probably does top 5. Like, I think this one is pretty confident to like do well. I'd say at a minimum top 15, move Queezy down to top 15. I think put her in top 10, and I think put Seti and Daya in top 10. I'm D-ranking Queezy and Nick Eh 30. I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna do a full scan of this at the end of it. Again, it's hard. You'd argue this whole top 5 to top 15 is a jumble, and the top 3 and top 20 I'm pretty solid on. Next up, we got Rezon and Amar. Amar's really good. Rezon's really good. You'd say probably top 15. Like, realistically, Rezon, EU talent, like, Amar's like probably similar levels to me, maybe a bit better. I'd probably say top 15. And that's crazy because it's probably top 10. And like, I get it from Fortnite's perspective. This thing is impossible to balance. Like, next up we got Koyota and CaptainShota or Shooter. Now, Koyota is like one of the most goated Japanese players. They won FNCS just a couple months back. Believe he's a globals player. Japan, Asia region, like, does really well in like global competitions. Like they definitely, like they kind of show up at LAN. And I don't have any viz on Shooter. Okay, this is CaptainShota. I want to watch this. Man, Japanese content is like so interesting. I unironically want to watch this. Like it's just, he seems good, like pretty competent. Yeah, no, yeah. Yeah, see, this is another sneak top 5. Like, these guys can win it too. Like, I'm not gonna lie. Top 10. Next up, we've got Veno and Reddysh. Another sleeper. Like, I see no one talking about this. Reddysh is insane at the game. Like, we went to the London Prom and did a big vlog about it. She won. Mongraal was playing. She won. And not only that, she won. She carried her duo. Her duo wasn't even good. Like, I remember chatting to him, like, after, because they had the rings and everything. I was like, oh, so how'd you go? Like, and she was like, oh, Reddysh carried me. I was like, so she's really good, and she's just, like, cold. She got that EU, like, Eastern European, just, like, competitive spirit, and then you got Veno on top of that. This is another top 5 potential here. Like, but I got to put them in top 10 because the other ones are crazy too. So I got to D-rank someone to top 20. And honestly, I'm probably going to have to put Nate Hill in that category as well. The last one being the, like, yep, I think just in comparison, everything, like this team clears. I think I'll probably put maybe Nikof back here. And I think I'll put her above Somerset. And I'll put her above, yeah, I think I'm pretty happy with this. I actually, you know what? I'm switching this for that. I reckon Reddysh is better. It's insane duo. All right, we only got 2 left here. We've got Flakes and 916 Gone. Now, I don't know. Okay, so 916 Gone is winning all the stuff out of Brazil, it seems. Damn, we don't have King on this list. And got 2nd place in the FNCS Major 3. Major 1 this year, they got 3rd, so they didn't get the Globals. And they got 2nd in Major 3 last year as well. And he got 17th on the global stage. So pretty good Brazilian player. 17th is pretty good. And then if I'm not mistaken, Flakes plays, I remember chatting to him when I saw him at the Red Bull thing. He plays FNCS with one of his duos and they do pretty decently. I'd say it's up there, but I'd probably say top 15. And I probably would, at this point, D-rank Cold and Courage. I'm going to make some adjustments to the actual teams before I finalize it. But last up, we have Alex and Loserfruit. Now, not going to lie here. I think Loserfruit does skew lower in comparison to a lot of the content creators on this list. I think she gets Alia, though. And then Alex is, like, Australia's best player. I think he still holds that crown. So for that reason, I'll put them above Alia. I think they'd actually probably pip Sypher in his duo as well because he has that experience. Probably could even beat Nate Hill and Reggs, I reckon. Yeah, I'm confident that these guys actually probably win the thing. 2nd place, I think these guys get 2nd. 3rd, yeah, I like that 4th. I like that 5th. 6th, I probably want to put Peterbot there, Somerset there. Yep, I'll probably put them there, and I'll probably put them there. That looks good to me. Top 15. Actually, I'm going to switch these guys. Rezon, I'll probably put Queezy in front of Rezon. Rezon there. I think I'm comparable with, like, probably Rezon. I think this is actually a very, like, similar loadout as Rezon and Amar and me and Savage. I think that's, like, pretty balanced. Same with Flakes and that. I think there's also, I think these 3 are, like, pretty much the same. Cold and Courage, like, again, he can have potential here, but I think Courage is going to hold him back. But they still have the star power of him to do something. I'm pretty confident on this list. I think this is the definitive top 20. And I'm so excited to see what the actual placements are and see if I got it wrong. But, like, realistically, anyone in top 10, I think, can win. Some teams in top 15 can win too. Like, Queezy and Nick Eh 30 can definitely win. I don't know. You guys let me know what you think in the description. Either way, it's going to be fun. Get your tickets. Link in the description. Let's see who actually wins this Pro-Am.